Politics in Zimbabwe is getting frustrating and very interesting at times. And only in Zimbabwe do you find MPs demanding for off-road Land Cruisers as part of their packs. And the reason being given is that because the roads are so bad within their constituencies, and that the type of 4x4s that they were allocated in the last parliament were not fit for the purpose, given the bad roads. Let's do a deep reflection of the role of the MP. And I thought that they were elected by the voters to deal with national issues. And those national issues include the rehabilitation of the road network. Every day, we are losing lives on our badly maintained roads in Zimbabwe. And those people are some of the voters that voted for you. And what they want is a solution on dealing with the rehabilitation of the roads, so that we can cut the unnecessary loss of lives on our roads. And here you are, as an MP. You are demanding an off-road vehicle so that you are able to navigate along the potholes for your own safety, not for the safety of others or the people who voted for you. What type of a leader are you? And look, we are not saying that as MPs, you are not entitled and you must never be entitled to any packs. But any packs that you are given must be in line with our national fiscals, the ability, just like in any organization and company. We are facing our biggest challenges in terms of economic meltdown in Zimbabwe, with unemployment very high, and some put it at 90%. With hospitals with no medicines, no medical equipment. And yet here we are. We have sent what we thought are our finest men and women of intelligent caliber to deal with these situations. And this is what you are rewarding the electorate with, your own packs. It seems across the board and across political divides, an electoral success is an entitlement to looting, which is very worrisome for our politics in Zimbabwe. So let me pose a question. Would it be acceptable if doctors demand that within their packs they want treatment abroad because the medical services in Zimbabwe do not meet their requirements? Would it be acceptable if teachers, for example, demand as part of their packs their children to be educated abroad when they are the custodians of quality of education in the same school? Would it be acceptable if, for example, police officers demand some danger allowance because they are dealing with a spate of serious crime which endangers their lives? Yet they are the very people who are law enforcers who should be dealing with those crimes. What gives you the moral understanding or the moral positioning that as MPs You make the laws, you break the laws, and you are entitled to a bigger cake of the nation than any other Zimbabwean. I think this is a very wrong start for a new parliament. Yes, we've seen this in the old parliament, where 6 months before an election, they awarded themselves so-called loans. Ministers, $500,000, deputy minister, 350,000, judges, 400,000, MPs across all divides, 40,000. Money that was never budgeted for. And this demand for the land cruiser, which we understand that the Minister of Finance have already agreed to, is not budgeted for. It is a sad chapter for our politics in Zimbabwe. And we thought that we've got very intelligent men and women at the August House. But it seems we have men and women, some of them, or the majority, perceived to be intelligent, but with no wisdom. They have no idea of the role of an MP. Or is it because ZANU-PF has been in power since 1980, and all they have known is looting? And anybody who goes to parliament, they want to jump in the looting bandwagon. My advice is to my fellow opposition MPs that we must be seen to be different, because that's exactly what we were campaigning for. That we are an alternative government that will be responsible, accountable, that to honor the moral values and improving people's lives. Now that we are in parliament, here I'm talking about some of us, although we are not the ruling party, doesn't it make moral sense that we behave differently than the people who want to remove from power? I hope and trust that our opposition MPs will not again be found going to bed with ZANU-PF in this demand for land cruisers, when our electorate are in dire stress, when our electorate are living in abject poverty, and many, as I've said already, dying because of a broken infrastructure, dying because there's virtually no medication in hospitals, the health service is broken. Doesn't it make sense that we make necessary noise focusing on social issues that addresses poverty and also the equitable distribution of wealth, rather than having 1% of the population and those who are aligned to ZANU-PF only benefiting from the resources of the country? So this is my warning and my advice to our opposition MPs. We don't want a situation whereby come 2028, there is massive voter apathy. Because if the electorate discovered that what the MPs have been doing for the past 5 years is to line their pockets, join the looting wagon of ZANU-PF, then to them there is no difference between ZANU-PF and the opposition hot political parties. And a lot of them, I can assure you that they will stay away from voting. We don't want to destroy democracy because we need to defend the political space, and we can lose it quite easily if we offer no alternative to the very people that want to remove in power. This is my advice. I hope you take it, but again, you don't have to. But this is vibrating and reflection of the electorate when they heard the news. I thank you. I hope and trust that you have a good day. Thank you.